All right, so now as you see in the title, I'm gonna be adding red plants, and I've been planning to do this is, as you can see in one of my latest videos, I just rescaped this tank, and one of the things that I really wanted to add was red plants, like a red background, red blood rotala, and a transition plant which is Ludwigia glandulosa. I don't know, maybe it's a taller plant, but if I could just trim it back every like regularly, then it will just stay there. So now I'm gonna rescape now, add the plants, and I'm gonna take out this cryptocorini like this. So using, this is just actually the video is fast forward now. It's faster because the actual video is kind of long. So I really like it that, look, the cryptocorini is really growing. The roots are really healthy and white, and that is a good indication that the soil, the plant, and the tank before this rescape or replant happened is really good. It had a good environment. So now I'm taking out some of the rotala, I think hra, or like, I don't really know what these rotalas are, just so I could plant the rotala blood red at the front of this rotala. Okay, so I really wanted to see the contrast between the greenish color of that rotala with the blood red. So this is the immersed version of the blood red. I asked the seller, my supplier, for this, and he told me that it will take 7 to 8 days for the immersed version to transition to the submerged version. So in 8 days, it's gonna be like the rotala that I've planted before. So, and that's really good news. So now I'm gonna plant these. I'm gonna plant these one by one, just so they are spread. And I'm using these tweezers, and now I'm using I'm planting it 2 by 2 now, just because I want it to be more compact, right? And I actually only have a small amount of space for planting. That's why I'm planting it 2 by 2. And anyway, I could just trim this again and replant the other stuff and when they grow. So this is one of my plans, really, the Rotala Blood Red. And I hope that with my lights and with CO2, it's gonna be uh, growing as plants. So this is the Senegalis, and then I plant I plant the Glandulosa first. So I'm planning to put this where the Cryptocorini was. And again, I know that the Glandulosa, Ludwigia glandulosa, is taller than most mid-ground plants, but my plan is I will just trim it back ever so often so that it won't be growing tall, and hopefully it will grow bushier, like grow horizontally and spread horizontally, I mean. So now I'm planting these right in front of the rocks. And I also like it because if you watched my previous video, the rock, the big rock that you see there now, is just glued on a smaller rock. And the point where they are glued can be seen if I will not put a transition plant there. So that's why I really planned. I was planning to go with S. repens. I really like S. repens, but the supplier had no supply. I mean, he has out of stock. So there. After planting the Ludwigia glandulosa, and again, I hope with my lighting, it's gonna turn red. Now I'm planting the hair grass, dwarf hair grass there, dwarf hair grass. And my plan is to just make it more natural because all of my carpet plants are glossostigma. So I figured if I will just plant some of these in the open patches of the substrate, it will look much more natural. But again, where the cryptocorini was, there's a big patch of empty space, so I just planted most of the hair grass there, and I hope that it's gonna carpet and it's gonna, yeah, of course, who doesn't want for these plants to grow really, really well. right? So I'm just planting a lot of them. And actually, the ones that I ordered, I still have a bunch of them left. So I'm planning to use another smaller tank and grow the hair grass. There, more hair grass so that I won't be like wasting these ones. Like, I really love it because the hair grass that I bought is a lot. It could even, I think it could cover a much bigger tank. But yeah, well, of course, I'm hoping to have a bigger tank one of these months. But yeah, I'm still trying my best to make this tank really look the way I envisioned it. This is really closer now. Now, how I envision this is the rocks are in that position and just green carpet and red plants growing healthy. That's how I envisioned it. I want this to be a iwagumi with red and green plants. So there, a lot of hair grass, I mean dwarf hair grass there at the front, behind the glossostigma, transitioning to the glandulosa. And yeah, I hope this will create a really good transition. Like it's a sloping transition, right? So yeah, these are the glandulosa. And yeah, I hope again that the lights that I have will be intense enough. And again, since the glandulosa will grow taller, I place some of them at the back. I hope they will be creeping up taller. So this is the initial setup. I know it looks cloudy at first because I changed like 80% of the water, and I was able to agitate the substrate. But yeah, I hope that these plants will be able to transition properly, especially the red ones. I hope really that my lights are enough. If they are not enough, well, yeah, I hope I have more budget to buy really good lights. There. I hope you like this vlog. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Please subscribe also, and see you in the next video.